Are you ready?
Am I?
Does wanting things in your butt make you gay?
Is it gay?
So what is sex?
Well, spark, fireworks,
Anal sex.
a full arm sometimes.
Full arm?
So I knew as a little boy I had an attraction to like my male friend. Oh my gosh.
My name is Karishma. I'm a sexuality educator, and this is a series where we unlearn and relearn all those common myths, misconceptions, and questions which really should have been part of the talk. Hopefully we got it. Welcome to Talk You Never Got. Hello everyone. Today we have with us Edgar, who's a dear friend and classmate at the Harvard Chan School of Public Health.
Hi, my name's Edgar. I am a classmate of Karishma's. I've had experience with HIV prevention and health promotion since 2020, from nonprofit level in the US to international levels in Panama and indigenous communities. So I've seen the ins and outs of the HIV medical world and also the social side.
And across many different countries. I think that's what's really cool about your work. Before we jump into the more serious stuff, if sex were a food, what would it be and why?
I would say a mango, because it can be both phallic and yonic and gets really juicy.
Where's the mango from?
Ooh. I've had Panamanian mango and I've had Filipino mango. I've not had Indian mango.
Okay, because my Indian viewers are going to fight you on this.
So I will leave that unanswered.
Okay then. As you know, we have here the talk you never got. What's one moment in your life where you felt like that was a talk you never got?
Actually, very recently, you had a course on the clitoris. I remember learning so much from that and realizing that in my upbringing, my own sexual health education, they purposely divided male and female. So the boys go and do one certain class, the girls do another certain class. So I didn't get to learn about my female counterparts like puberty cycle, like at all. So I didn't know about periods and whatnot until very, very late. And then when it came to sexual ed education on like what not to do and how to prevent STIs and stuff. So I never really learned about, how to please clitorises.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to be with a trans man once and just realizing like I have no idea, but I'll ask and take that initiative.
I think that's the most important, right? And we'll talk a little bit more about this. Let's start with your sexuality journey. What does sexual orientation mean to you personally? You've shared with us you were with a trans man, but also like how did you figure out your identity? Was it something that was like a light bulb moment or something you feel like slowly you figured out, or what was it like?
I mean, slowly figuring it out. Since I was a kid, I knew I was attracted to like same sex. So I knew as a little boy I had an attraction to like my male friends, for instance. So I had to like date girls, but I never really had that excitement that everyone talked about, and I thought something was wrong with me. But it wasn't until college when I explored the other side that I felt that like spark, fireworks. So I was like, whoa, like this is it. Like this is what it's supposed to feel like. And yeah, that's when I decided to be like, okay, I'm officially gay. Like I think the more I explored my own sexuality and the more I've been with other people who aren't cis male, I realized that I'm more pan. So I'm open to...
What does that mean for our viewers?
Pansexual. Someone who doesn't focus solely on gender, like someone's own gender. So I could be... For me, I am cis male. My pronouns are he, him. But that doesn't mean that I want that in another person. They can be trans. They can be non-binary. They can be whatnot. The one caveat that I have is that I have to be physically attracted to them, and the one thing that does attract me very much is like male presenting features, regardless of like different pronouns or identities. So that's why I sort of identify more as pan than I do gay.
That's interesting, and I would imagine also that differs depending on which pansexual person you are speaking with.
And there's gonna be so many pansexuals who say, no, that's not really pansexual because you only focus on like male presenting people.
Yeah.
So, like we can have that conversation for a long, long time, but like it's up to every individual.
So what's the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality?
I think bisexuality is just playing on the binary aspect of gender. Like male, female.
Mm.
Whereas pan takes it a little further and includes everyone else who's outside of that binary spectrum. So anyone who's agender, non-binary, who fits under other aspects. But I think people teeter that line all the time without knowing it.
Yeah. I think the queer community is pretty divided on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bi erasure is real. But so is the pan erasure. Like,
Yes.
no one even talks about pan.
100%. Yes, I agree. So actually with that comes one of the first questions we received. Like, what is queer sex? What do we even mean by the word queer?
The way I've interpreted queer is it's almost like an antithesis to like the heteronormative cisgender lifestyles.
Wait, pause. What is heteronormative
Right.
and cisgender?
Right. It's this like idea of like, oh, you were born with a penis, so you have to grow up and be male and like carry on these male assigned roles. Like all these like little social ideas people have about a man.
So that's cisgender.
That's cisgender. And then it's also heteronormative in the sense that they expect like, oh, man, penis, woman, vagina, together, they have sex, procreate.
So
blah,
as
blah, blah.
heterosexual as the default,
Yes.
or as the thing that we expect everyone to do.
So queer sex for me would be not only penetrative, for instance, because that is very heteronormative.
Penetrative as in penis and vagina.
Penis in vagina, penis in anus, penis in an orifice. Like, it's not just penetrative. Sex can be much more. Sort of like a lot of the myths of lesbian sex, for instance, in the early 1900s of like, oh, two women living together, they must be roommates because they can't have sex, they can't penetrate. So
They
like
were best friends.
Yeah. So in a way, like that didn't count as sex but still, like that's that ongoing myth of like, oh, lesbians don't actually have sex.
Right.
Because they don't have the equipment to penetrate. And like you're focusing penetration too much on sex, and that's the heteronormative part, and queer sex rids itself of that and says we can have sex so many other ways that doesn't have to be penetrative of any form.
So what is sex?
Well, it combines everything. It's like body excitement, intimacy, it's relational, it's being with someone. Is masturbation sex?
That's an interesting question because I do like to sometimes think of it as solo sex.
Yeah, like if you are really in yourself, in your own mind, and like it's a meditative, I guess maybe consent is a really big part of queer sex as well. Because you're exploring.
Or any sex.
And it should be of any sex, but I think particularly in the queer community, you're exploring new boundaries, new body parts, new roles. Queer sex is also very fluid in its role dynamics. You're not expected only to be dom or bottom, or you can explore yourself that way. And I think because of that exploration, it elicits consent, it elicits more open communication.
I know you said you have to explore a lot. You have to explore new roles, and you have to also explore things that we're not exactly taught or we don't see in movies growing up. It depends. I mean, now there are more movies. Yeah. But like, how did you go on that journey of figuring it out?
Oh my gosh, just asking partners, do you have any kinks? Just ask your partner, like, what is something on a fantasy that you have? And like, oftentimes it's fantasies that you've never thought of, but like you're happy to explore with them. For instance, I've had partners who are into feet. I'm not into feet. And for the longest part, I was like, I don't know if I'm into feet. Like, I am ticklish. I don't want to accidentally hit you in the face. Like, but like when you're in that moment and you see someone else having so much pleasure out of like something that like, for me, it doesn't do anything to my body. But I'm like, it like physically arouse me or anything. It was just like, okay, you're just playing with my feet. But like, I can see that brings you pleasure, that brings you happiness.
Yeah. And finding these unexpected parts of the body to do, right? Like, yeah, that's interesting. I guess like when people talk about gay sex, the first thing that comes to most people's mind is anal sex. So we have to... The booty mug is perfect right now. So we have to address the elephant in the room. Tell me, like, there's a lot of mystery and fear about it, and not just for people who identify as gay, like anyone with an asshole, really. I think people have thought about it. I think people have so much fear, but also I think some people ask, is it fun? Is it overrated? Give us like the real deal on anal sex.
Why are people so afraid of it? I guess, like, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes as I was, like, if I was completely new to sex and I realized, like, oh, people are having sex through the butt. Like we think of butt and poop and being gross, but like if you are clean, if you douche, if that orifice is as clean as any other orifice. So it's just a matter of just cleanliness and hygiene. Everyone has nerve endings down there, so it's new sensations. The two things that I do have to say about anal sex is that one, it can be uncomfortable at first. If it's your first time doing anal sex, it's gonna feel like a reverse poop.
When we say anal sex, let's get to real basic. Like, what are we referring to?
Okay, anal sex is anything penetrating the butt, your anus.
Yeah.
So it can be toys, it can be a penis, it can be fingers, it could be tongues, it could be a full arm sometimes.
A full arm?
Yes,
Are you
Misty.
serious?
Yes.
A full arm.
I haven't, but I've been told of people like being able to go all the way in. I'm like, I don't know
Oh
if
my
I will
God.
ever reach that level of exploration.
Is that safe?
It is safe, apparently. Like I didn't think so. I felt like, oh my gosh, a whole limb inside your body, but your body's pretty flexible.
And it also depends on, I guess, like forcing it versus like...
You have to take it slow. Don't rush into it. Use lube. That's the other thing. Uncomfort, that's normal. Pain, it's not. You need to stop and reassess because that means you're clenching. There's something, the angle is wrong. Like you do not want to feel pain. And then leaning into the sensations of the nerves and then pleasure.
Right.
People with penises, prostates tend to have anal sex because of the prostate itself getting stimulated, which is not too far from the anus.
What is the prostate and why does it feel so good?
The prostate is the gland. Imagine like a fat donut. It's the gland that sits under the bladder. So when you're full of pee, if you have a prostate, if you're full of pee,
people with penises have prostates.
Yes.
Yeah.
The prostate helps with the release of pee, so it can go down your urethra and out your penis hole, essentially, and pee. But because it's so constrictive and always like so important for that part of your system, it has a lot of nerve endings, and so that's why. But it's like so it's interesting.
I
It's
didn't
inside
know about
the body.
its role in pee. Like I knew it releases some fluids for which like make up semen.
Also that, because the tubes are connected from the testicles. They go through the same.
Okay.
Through the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So then, when you go into the asshole,
which is not far, if the person is facing you and you are facing them, I would use your longest finger just to play around, no nails, and stick in. It's usually like 2 to 3 centimeters into the anus, and you'll feel it. And if that person is aroused, it will also enlarge a little, so you can feel like a bump.
Oh, the prostate enlarges.
The prostate, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because of the blood flow going into the penis.
Very cool.
And you can feel it, and then just start stimulating little by little, and then next thing you know, that person is gonna feel certain things, maybe even pre-cum a lot, because, like you said, it stimulates that part as well.
So, is it possible to orgasm from stimulating the prostate?
Yes.
And when orgasm happens, is there ejaculation as well?
No. Well, it can happen. I have seen it happen when you rub hard enough, or not hard enough, but like with enough passion and sexy talk. I've seen it happen. But I feel like the sensation of pleasure, it's not technically climax, but it's just like this intense pulsation of feelings.
Or I guess it's like an orgasm, but which is different from ejaculation.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Interesting. Super interesting.
Yeah.
I'm learning
which is
so
another
much.
part of like queer sex, because queer sex doesn't like abide by like the heteronormative idea that a man or someone with a penis can climax once with just an ejaculation. It's like playing around and with pleasure, prolonging it, and
kind of like how people say you can also orgasm through your feet or through your nipples and things like that, where there's no release, but you can still go through that.
Yeah, it's just the sensations of like trying to reach that climax and then playing around with it.
And then that release of tension. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I think one question that comes up a lot when people are having anal sex is, ew, gross. Like, because of it's the orifice or the hole through which your poop comes out, and it can be awkward and smelly. And I think a lot of people are worried about how to keep it clean, whether they need to wash it or douche it, or what is the pre-care
So this is completely up to each individual. Some people diets happen to be high in fiber, so that tends to be pretty clean. If you're really high in fiber and you have ghost wipes when you wipe your butt, there's nothing showing like
Oh,
that. That's what I'm talking about. So oftentimes those folks don't need to douche as often. But
okay.
if you, on the other hand, have more runny or not as solid stools, then you probably need to be douching. I wouldn't overdo it because
What
you don't
is
want
douching? Can you
douching.
explain?
Yes, douching is when you insert water up your bum, usually lukewarm, preferably,
And regular
and then
water or?
yeah, give me regular.
Okay,
I
cool.
would not put soap up
Mm-hmm.
there or essential oils. Don't flavor
Oh
stuff.
no.
Just don't. It's very sensitive down there too. So like any sort of chemical you'll feel, and like
Mm,
I've heard of some college students doing that with alcohol
very dangerous also, I've
to
heard.
to like
Yeah.
get, because it does, that's the thing, it's easy access to the bloodstream, so
So
many blood
anything you
vessels
put in there like kind of gets
gets into
absorbed.
your blood,
Mm.
so be careful. Water's totally fine, but yeah, it's just putting water up there, letting it settle, and then letting it go out, cleaning afterwards, making sure that the outside is clean.
So do you use something special to put water up there?
Yeah,
Like a
there's
squeezy
like a
thing.
squeezy
What
douche.
about
There's
what about the bidet? Like a
the
jet?
bidet.
You don't
If
have
you are
those here, but
uncomfortable with your own stools, like you think they're runny and whatnot, I would still douche. But if you have pretty solid stools and you think that should be enough, I think a bidet could work as well.
okay.
Um, Also, it's normal. Like poop is gonna be part of it. Just move on. Like
Get over it,
get
says
over it.
Edgar.
Like, we're human. Like
I
we're
mean,
not.
I think that's true of any type of sex that like
Yeah,
I mean
things will happen.
people with vaginas too like are often so worried about the smells in the vagina and like any part of the body that's like especially in folds has such strong smells, right? Like
Hmm.
even our armpits, even our like nostrils, like
Yeah.
they have smells, they have
And they're there for a reason.
things.
They're
Yeah.
pheromones to attract
Mm,
people. And that's another part about queer sex is the
yeah.
euphoria and like accepting your own body and accepting someone else's when you're in
Hmm.
those intimate spaces.
And I guess, like always, what you were saying earlier, like if you're not comfortable, then it's also just about like knowing yourself and knowing what,
Communicating it as well.
yeah, and communicating
If
it.
you know that you aren't ready down there, you just had a poop and you're meeting someone and they want to go down there and like play, tell them like, sorry, not right now. Like be
Yeah.
open. It's more embarrassing when they do and then they find out. Yeah, it kills the
Yeah.
chemistry.
So we did have one question from someone. I think it was a cis man who
Mm.
said he loves having things in his anus and he loves stimulating his anus, but he's not gay. And I had to ask him a couple of times, like, what's the question? And I guess his question was,
Ooh.
is that normal? Does wanting things in your butt make you gay?
Is it gay? No, it's not gay. I don't know why God put it there. The male G spot or the penis having G spot, but like it's there and it's okay to stimulate it and to
Yeah.
explore your pleasures down there as well.
I think part of it is also like our bodies are not defined by sexual orientation, right? Like everyone has the same asshole,
Yes.
whether or not you are gay. And just because you want things in your asshole does not make you gay. Yeah. I think being gay is more of a social identity. It's more like who you're attracted to.
Right.
Yeah. Like, and then the other thing, which I've heard a lot about in the US, not so much in India, is poppers. Can
Poppers.
you give us your official and unofficial opinion on poppers?
I'm not gonna condone, no. So poppers are a type of nitrate and it's a liquid. Here in the US, normally people, when they go and buy them at different establishments, sex shops or wherever,
Are they legal?
they are legal. You can buy them.
Okay.
You just can't buy them as quote unquote poppers. Don't say like, hey, can I buy some poppers?
I see.
Because then they know the connotation
What do
of
you
like
ask
you
for?
can inhale them and you don't, and
Oh.
that's what they don't want to sell it. But most people just go to these establishments and ask for like videotape cassette cleaners.
So it's a chemical that's designed as a videotape cassette cleaner?
Yes, and the fumes that come from it, what they do when they go into your, after you inhale them, they basically expand your blood flow channels. So it's gives you a whole body relaxation, and it relaxes your muscles as well. So many people who tend to use it during sex is because they want to feel a release in their anus. They want to let go, feel that openness, and basically allow for fully relaxed, but also like not be as intense and anxious, and it allows for penetration to happen even faster and easier.
What is the medical recommendation on this?
Doing it 2 to 3 times per session only. If you do it too much, it alters like the heart for sure. Don't mix it with different heart medications.
And alcohol?
And Viagra. Viagra is constantly flowing blood to the Netherlands, and
the Netherlands.
You don't want it contradicting with the blood flow of. Actually, I brought some.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
This is what they look like.
I've actually never seen one before.
Yeah. Don't put it on your skin.
Honestly, like based on the stuff on this label, I'm scared.
It's literally a chemical.
Yeah, it's a chemical, and it says avoid contact with eyes and skin.
Don't want it on your skin.
Multi-purpose solvent cleaner. I would imagine that this is probably a bit risky for like it's like inhaling a strong chemical. So you want to only do it if you are totally sure that you can do that comfortably.
Correct.
What about like folks with asthma or breathing issues?
It doesn't affect your lungs.
Okay.
It's mostly just blood flow. So I know doctors actually prescribe it to patients with angina problems, so like those sharp heart pains, because it does that. It expands the arteries and everything, so it allows for blood flow to continue.
Yeah.
The high is just a head rush, or your whole body just feeling like red, warm, and like relaxed. And then within minutes, you're back to normality. And specifically for the queer community, I know a lot of folks use it for the orgasm because it makes it feel even more intense.
And I guess like this is just a disclaimer I put with any type of medication. Check with your doctor if you're not sure. If there are drugs that you're taking along with it, please ask your doctor, because it can have some pretty serious side effects if you are mixing, right?
Correct.
And that can make for an awkward sex situation, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, I would be traumatized if that were to happen.
That brings me to the rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Am I?
So the way this works is I'm gonna give you some questions and you say yay or nay. Okay, but super fast. Flavored lube, yay or nay?
Depends where.
Okay.
If it's orally, if you want to like do like oral sex and whatnot, I guess you can play with that. Never insertive, never inside the body.
And never in a vagina either.
Oh God. But yeah, I prefer not. But I'm leaning more not than yay.
Okay, cool. What's a sex song you'd never want on your playlist?
Right now, anything by Drake.
No Drake in the bedroom. Got it. One thing everyone should try at least once.
Ooh, anal.
Everyone has an anus, I guess.
Everyone has an anus. Just explore. Use lube.
Okay, cool. So actually, we're going to take a pause right there. And there's so much more I want to talk to you about, Edgar. So follow for part 2. Gay sex equals HIV risk, which isn't quite right.
Condoms protect not just from HIV, but also other STIs.